What if I told you that the most powerful CEO in the city, the woman everyone thought was untouchable, the one with riches, fame, and power, was brought back to life not by the best doctors, not by her wealth, not by her empire, but by the simple, pure love of a single dad veteran who had nothing left to give but his heart? Stick with me until the end of this story, because it will touch you in ways you don't expect, and if you feel even a little spark of hope while listening, don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because stories like this deserve to be heard. She was Elena Carter, the Iron Lady of the corporate world, CEO of a billion-dollar tech company. To the outside world, she was flawless, confident, elegant, decisive. But behind closed doors, she was crumbling. Years of betrayal from partners, backstabbing board members, and endless nights without rest had drained her spirit. One day, at a high-profile conference, she collapsed on stage. Cameras flashed, panic erupted, but all anyone could say was, "She won't make it." Her body was failing, her heart too weak. Doctors worked around the clock, investors abandoned her, even her closest allies whispered she was finished. The empire she built was slipping away, and so was her life. Miles away, a man named Daniel Hayes lived quietly with his 7-year-old daughter, Lily. Daniel was a war veteran, a man who had lost more than most could endure. He'd buried his wife after a tragic illness, and the battlefield had left him with scars no one could see. He worked odd jobs, struggling to make ends meet, but his daughter was his anchor, his reason to breathe. One evening, as he flipped through the news, he saw Elena's story plastered everywhere. People mocked her fall, journalists dissected her failures, but Daniel didn't see a powerful CEO crumbling. He saw a lonely soul drowning in silence, just like he once had. Something inside him stirred. He didn't know why, but he felt he had to be near her. Through a chain of fate, or maybe divine guidance, Daniel got a temporary security job at the very hospital where Elena was fighting for her life. Their first meeting was not dramatic. She lay pale, connected to machines, her eyes hollow. The world had already written her off. But Daniel didn't see a dying CEO. He saw a woman who needed someone to simply not give up on her. Unlike everyone else, he spoke to her as though she could hear. He told her stories about Lily, about the quiet joys of life, about survival in the harshest places. He held her hand when no one else dared, whispering, "You're stronger than this. You fought harder battles. Don't let them win." Days turned into weeks, and something unexplainable began to happen. Elena's health started improving, not just because of medicine, but because of the presence of someone who cared without wanting anything in return. Doctors were baffled, nurses whispered in the halls. Daniel would bring Lily sometimes, and the little girl would leave Droy. NGS on Elena's bedside, colorful pictures of sunshine and family. One day, Elena opened her eyes, weak but alive. The first words she whispered were not about her company, not about money, but a trembling, "Thank you, for not leaving me." Recovery wasn't easy. Elena had to relearn how to walk, how to trust herself again. But Daniel and Lily were there every step of the way. They pushed her wheelchair in the garden, shared meals in silence, laughed at Lily's innocent jokes. For the first time in years, Elena felt human, not just a machine built for business. She saw the strength in Daniel, not the kind that comes from muscles or medals, but the strength to love after loss, to believe when life had given him every reason not to. The board of her company tried to pressure her into resigning, vultures circled to take what was left, but Elena, reborn with a new fire, faced them with a quiet power they didn't expect. She told them, "I may have been broken, but I am not done." And this time, her decisions weren't driven by ego or fear. She started reshaping her company with compassion, putting people before profit, creating programs for veterans, single parents, and the forgotten. Every choice carried a piece of Daniel's influence. Slowly, a bond formed between Elena and Daniel. It wasn't instant romance, it was something deeper. Two broken souls learning to heal together. Lily, with her innocent joy, became the bridge between them. For the first time, Elena laughed freely, sitting on the floor coloring with Lily, wearing no makeup, no mask, just herself. And Daniel, who once believed he had nothing left to give, realized his love had saved not just Elena, but himself too. By the end of this journey, the world no longer saw Elena Carter as just the powerful CEO. They saw her as a woman who had nearly lost everything, only to be rescued by the most unexpected kind of love. And Daniel, the quiet single dad veteran, became her anchor. The one person who proved that sometimes, what the world cannot fix, love can. So if you've made it this far, let this story remind you, no matter how broken you feel, no matter how hopeless things may look, love, pure, selfless love, can heal in ways medicine and money never can. If this story touched your heart, give it a like, share it with someone who needs hope, and subscribe for more stories that prove the power of love, resilience, and second chances.